Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Cougar House Garage. Today, we're starting on Project Hog, the 68 project, or the 1968 Chevy C-10. We're gonna bring her into the garage, get the cab pulled off this chassis, and get this chassis rolled back out, get the new chassis in the garage, and get started installing the front Porterbuilt parts. First, we have to unbox the front drop member, and then we can get to installing the Porterbuilt parts. So we're pretty excited to do this, guys. So without further ado, let's get right into this. Cue the music. Alright guys, now that Josh and I got the truck in here, mainly Josh can't help do stuff like this. It really sucks, but Josh is a total beast. So we got the C-10 in, so we're going to go ahead and get it on the lift. Then we're going to pull the front clip off, set it outside, and then we're going to go ahead and pull the cab. So let's get started, guys. Cue the music. Alright guys, here's all of our Porter-built parts. We got our front and rear drop member, stage 3 kits, and all these boxes. So we're going to go ahead, Josh and I are going to get all of them opened up, everything laid out, and then we'll get the new chassis in the shop, and then we'll start installing the front drop member parts. So let's get all these boxes opened up. Man, this is exciting. I can't even know what else to say, guys. This is going to be super cool. These parts are going to be awesome. Let's get them all opened up and get the chassis in and get started. Alright guys, we got all the Porter-built parts unboxed, the front and rear stage 3 drop member kit, and they look amazing. I mean, all these parts are just incredible looking, laser cut, beautiful welds, just like Eric's, that beautiful, consistent, solid weld using a Miller-Matic 252. They TIG welded the upper control arms and the lower control arms at the bushing mounting point, but then at the ends they're actually just MIG welded, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about the quality of these parts, guys. This is just impossible to say how nice they are. I mean, I can't tell you. To be able to make something like this myself at the price that you can buy their parts for is just, it's just impossible to do. So I suggest this kit to anybody that's trying to slam a Chevy, classic Chevy, square box Chevy. But all right, guys, without further ado here, let's bring in the new chassis and get started with this front Porter-built drop member install.
Careless smoking could kill you and your family.
Alright, now that we got the chassis in without any drama, on the list we're going to go ahead and strip off all the factory fuel lines and brake lines and things like that, because this is getting all new nice stuff. So let's get this chassis all cleaned up, and then we'll wire wheel right here where we're going to mount the drop member and stuff, because the whole chassis will get sandblasted and everything will get sandblasted and powder coated and painted when that's time to do that part. So we're going to go ahead and get all this stuff stripped off this chassis. Alright guys, now that we got everything stripped off the chassis, all the old fuel lines and brake lines and emergency brake cables and whatnot, we're going to go ahead and take off these cross members here. This frontal cross member needs to be completely removed, and so does this one. We're going to leave this aftermarket one in just for until we're done mounting our Porterbuilt parts, and then we'll take that off. So let's go ahead and get these cross members. We're going to take the small air grinder to them, die grinder, grind off the tops, and then where we need the big angle grinder, we'll grind off the tops of the rivets there, and then we'll just pound them out with the 3-pound hammer. So let's go ahead and do it, guys.
Giving up, letting go, times we might feel compelled,
All right, guys, we got the cross members out of there, both the frontal transmission cross member here and the front steering cross member. I don't know, I guess front cross member, I guess you call it. But yeah, we got all the rivets, just ground them down, pounding them out with the punch. And now we're gonna go ahead and lower, we swept up a little bit so we're not walling around in metal dust and stuff. So now we're able to go ahead and lower this down, and we'll get the front Porterbuilt FAB drop member installed here. There's the main piece we'll set under the frame, then here's the pieces that go on the outside of the frame there, and then the inside of the frame supports. So we're going to go ahead and get all this stuff onto the frame. We'll get the frame lowered down and get the front Porterbuilt drop member installed here. Let's do it, guys.
All of the same.
Alright guys, that ends this episode of Cougar House Garage, working on the Hog, the 68 Chevy C-10. You know, it was pretty productive afternoon, guys. You know, we got the Hog in here. We pulled the front end off it. We pulled the cab off it. We rolled the chassis back outside, put it next to the garage. We got the cab lowered down onto the cab dolly, rolled that outside. We brought the new chassis inside. We got it completely stripped down of all of its factory brake lines and fuel lines, emergency brake cables and things like that, factory shock mounts. And then we unboxed all of our Porterbuilt parts, our front and rear stage 3 drop members, and they're just incredible, guys. If you're working on any slam truck project and you're looking to have it lay on the ground and run some 6s or some 28s, go with Porterbuilt, guys. I mean, their welds and all these parts are just, bar none, the highest quality parts I've seen. I mean, they're right next to our parts for Cougar House Garage build quality, so it's pretty awesome to be able to work with somebody like them as far as building a 68 Chevy. You know, I couldn't build all these parts for how much you can get them for from Porterbuilt. I mean, for the time of the R&D and the engineering it would take to build them, it is such a good deal to pick up all this stuff from Porterbuilt and do your stuff and build your truck out. So today we got all the parts unloaded for the front and rear drop members, and then we got the whole front drop member installed pretty much, except the control arms, because tomorrow, we just ran out of time. It got super late. We got to pick up some synthetic grease to put onto the control arm bushings that Porterbuilt wants you to use. So we'll get that picked up in the morning, and then we'll get the control arms installed. And then we'll peel off the drop spindles off the chassis outside, its brakes and wheels and all that stuff, and we'll get that mounted up on the front. And then we'll move on to mounting up the rear Porterbuilt drop member parts. So until then, guys, thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you guys like this kind of content. Please let me know in the comment box. We're pretty excited about this build. It's going to be a full, you guys saw it here, from the chassis all the way to a SEMA show quality show truck build. So it's going to be really fun to be able to bring you guys along with the process. We're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So if you guys like Cougar House Garage, you like what we do, check us out at cougarhousegarage.com. Check us out at Facebook/Cougar House Garage. And then we are Cougar House Garage on Instagram, guys. Follow along there on the daily story that I'm really active on. And so you can keep up with all the crazy projects. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.